I think we're just about ready to get going here. A warm welcome to you wherever you are in the world. And here we have Chievo against Roma. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Begley.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
We've got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Harry Kane merits a mention. What doesn't he do well? Leads the line, drops deeper into space, he runs well with the ball at his feet, and he's rarely wild when attempting an effort at goal. He's been a great find.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Çalhanoğlu, aimed long and direct, dinks one in. He's had a shot, and it's a goal! And it's Chievo who take the lead.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Played out to the right. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Çalhanoğlu with a good steal, well played. Jordi Alba goes looking, back into the middle. It's out for a goal kick. That is a poor kick by the keeper, being intercepted. And it's Cristiano, shoots! What a save! Terrific reactions! Hector Bellerin is making a foray down the right. Bellerin played into the middle. Needed a better pass there. Griezmann. Çalhanoğlu produced a good ball to find Griezmann, but he was just unable to find a shot. Luis plays it forward. Who's he going to play in? Bellerin delivered. It's one! Worth a try. Shame about the outcome.
Kane really improvised cleverly there. His quick thinking almost paid off in real style.
Oh, he really wanted that.
Kane certainly tends to cast his influence, and he's in imposing mood again.
Hector Bellerin picks it up from the goal kick, and the weighted pass. Can he finish? Kane spreads it towards the left. That's offside. Yes, it is. The half-time whistle. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Chievo having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Perotti. Checo. Roma disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. No, that's not the ball he wanted.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
Going through. Great leap! In it goes! And this is getting better and better. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Yes, the turn and finish is to be admired, but what about the sense of urgency and desire to move the ball with such pace on the break as soon as it was retrieved?
Chievo take a 2-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Perotti. Questions were asked, he's given the answers. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah conjuring up some magic on the right-hand side. Roma making another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Fires from distance. Gave it a go, but off target.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
England gathers from the goal kick. Out wide to the right. Mohamed Salah gets into some space. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Oh, good interception. And it's Checo. Stripped. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Looks to slip it through. Just the goalkeeper to beat. He's off on a marauding run. Can he put it away? And more, and more, and more. And the lead is 3. It is surely done.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Chievo. And there goes the final whistle. So home advantage told. They have the win they wanted and have a useful lead to carry away with them into the second leg. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, it was a game that was won by sound tactics. The hustling and harrying forced mistakes and created control. Job done.
So hello And a warm welcome to all of you worldwide. We're just waiting for the central characters to make their appearance, and then we will be underway. The teams then, Roma against Kiev. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
We have already started here. Kievo made the most of their home advantage, winning the first leg. They appear to have one foot in the final. If you consider the margin of victory, it would take something fairly crazy to blow it from here. Going through. Massive leap! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either. Oh, it was almost a dream start. Plenty of encouragement to be taken, though.
Al-Sharawi. Kolarov. Looking for options. And it's Kolarov. Now it's Al-Sharawi. Stuck out a leg for a good challenge. Ronaldo clips one through. It's got through, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo! It's in! And it's Kievo who take the lead. Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Kievo take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Neymar. And a header! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage. Look, there are some very good headers of the ball in this team now, and they'll be demanding the right delivery to give them a chance to go at this.
And he's there to hoof it away. It's a loose ball. Neymar! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
It is a poor kick by the keeper, being intercepted. Looks to slip it through. Aguero is flagged offside.
Aguero probably knew he was off, as his sheepish glance suggests.
Gets it upfield. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Ronaldo with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, that was a mini show of self-confidence.
Half-time in the semi-final. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well, there's good movement off the ball, the passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Up for a header! Oh, great chance! And a goal! And with that goal comes comfort! He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Roma ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. We sit high, too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Dzeko. Kroos sticks in a foot to win it back. Now it's Ozil, Defender's on the back foot. He's got away. Oh, it's opened up nicely. Can he score? They are rampant. And they are cruising away. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
I just thought he knew exactly what he was doing by feigning to move one way and then readjusting back. Controlled trickery.
Now it's Neymar. Neymar spreads it towards the left. Shot a goal! This could fall anywhere. Forward it goes. And it's the throw. Checo. Kievo haven't made a substitution yet. Chip through. Neymar has it in a wide position, so what next? Striding forward, face gets up to head it! In he goes again! In it goes! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! Aguero with a predatory goal.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Kievo totally rampant here. He's left his man. Oh, that's an own goal!
Oh, it's terribly unfortunate for them, and maybe we can attribute that to a loss of focus.
Kievo, some help from Lady Luck there. They all count. Now it's Checo. So not long left in this now. They have 1 foot in the final. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Fazio, more than happy to take the muscular approach.
That's tough defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And the weighted pass, he's got away. Neymar, got a sight of goal here. Big chance! Ronaldo! Superb! Well, just another one to add to what has already been an incredible haul.
It's part of the game, Peter. It has to get ruthless. Sympathy just doesn't play a part.
De Rossi. And he's away. He's through. It's one-on-one. Good clearance and very necessary. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Kievo are the winners in a one-sided semi-final. So a warm welcome to you all. We will be underway very shortly, once all the pleasantries are complete. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I would think Son Heung-min, the South Korean. He can play anywhere in attack, but ideally his most success seems to come from wide and his incisive inward bursts. He may not yet be regarded as a great goal scorer, but he has real ambition to get there.
Okay, interesting. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break. Kievo certainly won't want to...
Shapes to shoot! Goal! And it's Kievo who take the lead.
Are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's their clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Now a chance to break. Neymar. Towering header! Just couldn't turn it in.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Kroos picks it up from the goal kick. Looks to slip it through. He's got away. It's come loose. He hits it. Dele Alli. Llorente plays it out to the wing. So they got the only goal to give them a 1-0 lead. Going through. Son Heung-min crosses into the area. Son Heung-min with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
It opened up really nicely when the defence got all tentative then. They were cautious in making contact, but safe in numbers.
That could spell trouble. Going for goal! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo! And they are disappearing out of sight. Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
There's the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
Up to meet it! Mohamed Salah. Vaughan will lay claim to that. Lucas Moura. And it's Llorente. So what's he planning here? Dele Alli. Wanyama can't get the better of his opposite number. Griezmann. Out to the left it goes. He's left his man. Neymar. Up he gets! More and more and more and more! They are running riot! Hot knife through butter! The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. As easy as 1, 2, 3. It really has been that straightforward halfway through the match, but very little to suggest that much will change over the second half.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Kievo have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed 45 minutes, and they have raced into a 3-goal lead. So we're just settling back into the... Up for a header! Arrived on cue, but fluffed his line.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
It so nearly came off for him.
Yeah, he's been at the centre of a lot of things, hasn't he? Mostly good, I should add.
And the weighted pass, now the counter. He's through, now is he in? Griezmann. Not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, that was a mini show of self-confidence. It may spark another try or another trier.
Gets up to head it!
He will be livid with himself.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Dembele. Eriksson. Well played, he saw that coming. All the way back, and they start again. Check sends that a long way. Davis. Looking to break out here. Ronaldo with the ball through. Griezmann is flagged offside.
Oh, we're talking fractions.
There's going to be another change here. And it's Llorente. Griezmann dinks one in. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo, shooting chance! Yes, it's in! More and more and more and more! They are running riot!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Chievo totally rampant here. Chievo gets a goal late in the game again. They are such a dangerous side in the closing stages. Chievo get it back again. Speculative strike. Oh, denied at the last. And that will be the final act. Chievo hold their first leg lead. They have maximised home advantage, and at the midway point of the tie, they are really well placed. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Chievo had a very simple tactic to implement, Peter, and they exposed their opposition with expansive incision. And if that wasn't hard enough for the opposition, the link-up play was outstanding too.
Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. The teams then, Chievo against Torino. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
The action has already started. Sterling finds himself offside.
Yeah, that's a good spot and a good call.
Yang. Torino have statistically the worst defence in the league. Now the counter. Neymar. He's through, now is he in? Room for a shot.
Sirigu simply had to make that count, and he did it with some authority too. Wonderful.
And it's Nainggolan. Nainggolan floats one over. Has a swing at it! He's delivered all right! And it's Chievo the lead. Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
That puts him right up. He's gone for it! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! And they are disappearing out of sight. Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the pasta to pick him out.
Chievo get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. Now it's Sterling. Now it's Neymar. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Keeper's got good distance on that. Sterling, he's got away, striding forward, facing, looking to shoot. Really well taken goal. Offside.
Yeah, the assistant called it correctly. There's some disagreement, as usual, but they've got it right.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Just brushed off the ball there. Hoists it high. Now can he put it away? And more and more.
About that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Iago Falque. And that's a throw-in. And it's Rincon. So what now? Marquinhos plays it forward. He's made sure that that won't get through. Neymar gets through on his own. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Chievo are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead. So we're just settling back into this second half. The defence can get it clear. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's got through, and Chievo is simply cruising along with this 3-goal lead. Luis picks it up from the goal kick. Going through, Sterling going for goal! It's there! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now!
Chievo are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Chievo goes for goal! Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! And still they continue with the onslaught.
Yeah, by the looks of it, there may be still more to come.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Chievo totally rampant here. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Now it's Neymar, dashing forward at pace. Cristiano Ronaldo has a hit! Really well taken goal. Well, surely that completes the demolition if it hadn't occurred already.
Well, I wasn't expecting them to go this big, Peter, but they have been superb.
He snaffles his third, and that earns him the match ball.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
And it's Laic. Cristiano Ronaldo. Good ball. And it's Ozil. Header! Surely this time, the world at his feet! Raheem Sterling! Well, just another one to add to what has already been an incredible haul.
Listen, when you're on an invitation to improve your goal difference, why ease off?
Junuzovic really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Belotti brings it forward. Laic. And it's Junuzovic. He's left his man. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Going through. Now the cross. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. So that's it, it is all over. Chievo, very much the dominant side, almost the only side. Every time they got on the scoring, it is a landslide. The warmest of welcomes to all of you around the globe. We're just about ready to get going. The players will be with us very shortly. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Begley.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Chievo made the most of their home advantage, winning the first leg. They're in a position where a semi-final place is all but theirs. It will take some comeback to deny them. And that has been clubbed away. Towering header! Big moment! Massive goal!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Kievo take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Sterling tries to get it forward quickly. Sterling, great leap! It's surely this time! Sensational from Kane! Hot knife through butter, they have done it again! Vaughan did well the first time, nothing he could do about the follow-up.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes...
Hits one! And the ball's come out, and oh! They are rampant! All too easy! They are in danger of disappearing out of sight! Çalhanoğlu duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance.
And a shot! Danny Rose with a beautifully timed run. Son Heung-min. Eriksson. Back to the keeper and go again. Keeper goes long, looking to break out here. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Great save, that was not easy.
Kievo know they can rely on the counter, and they've just expressed a warning.
Out wide to the right. Lucas Moura looking for options. It's Lucas Moura. He's on his way. Kane did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Played out to the right. Played into the middle. Massive leap! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Fantastic excitement towards the end of the half there, and a last-minute chance that really should have been converted.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Kievo, 3 goals to the good after a really excellent first half that's been intriguing to watch. Plenty of highlights to show you during the break. Has a swing at it! Really well taken goal. Ruthless and relentless, utterly rampant. Pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good...
Is it in? Sensational from Kane! Well, surely that completes the demolition, if it hadn't occurred already.
Well, I wasn't expecting them to go this big, Peter, but they have been superb.
Kievo totally rampant here. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Rose just did a brilliant job there. It was one of those all-or-nothing commitments, and he came up trumps.
Rose. Dembele. That's Son Heung-min. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Oh, good interception. And it's Dembele. He's taking on the lot of them. Dembele with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
It opened up really nicely when the defence got all tentative then. They were cautious in making contact, but safe in numbers.
Oh, he's not going to get that. There's some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
Hector Bellerin battling down that right flank. Well, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Forward it goes. Going through. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Ericsson. Chance to shoot! Llorente gets flagged offside.
I thought he might just get the benefit of any doubt then.
So, the manager making the last of his changes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite
He's
able.
left his man. Oh, sweet feet from him there. In for a header!
No joy, but a decent try.
Time is up. Chievo through to the last four. Just 2 more steps now. They have got a crack at it. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think it's all about setting the right tone at the start of a match.
Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. And here we have Chievo against Napoli. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So this is round two. Neymar!
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, the first attempt hasn't quite drawn first blood, but they've got a slight edge.
Hector Bellerin kicks it up from the goal kick. Dinks one in. Ronaldo with the ball through.
Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up.
Kroos battles to win it back. Looks like a good ball through. Tonelli. Chievo were imperious when the two sides last met. And the fans are asking for more of the same. It's Hamšík. Hector Bellerin tries to get it forward quickly. He goes long.
Goalkeeper's ball.
Insigne. Jorginho. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. He's left his man. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. David Luiz is now in the last chance saloon.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
And it's Witsel, stuck out a leg for a good challenge. Griezmann, that's really nice. Now, what next? Oh, goes for goal!
Oh, terrific run to latch onto it, but the finish was all wrong.
And the defence was completely beaten then. Exploiting that space in behind has proven very effective for them in this game. It's good stuff.
Fires from distance. Too close for comfort.
It's Witsel. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Özil passes it through. Mohamed Salah. Salah plays it in. Is it in? Goal!
For such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too and sets up a decent chance to go on and
the whistle goes for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Chievo head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. So we're already into the second period.
well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond.
He's gone for it! No mistake! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Chievo have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Witsel. Mohamed Salah displaying his... They'll have it in! Oh,
Great save, real class.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Massive leap! It's bounced out! Oh, that's an own goal!
Well, that wasn't in the script, and you have to feel for him, Peter. It's ended in some embarrassment.
Oh, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Danger averted for now. Chievo get it back again. Aimed low and direct. Tries a through ball. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Salah plays it in. Kayahon. Now it's Mertens. Now it's Kayahon going through. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
Napoli are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Napoli keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
He's got away. Shapes the shoots. And he's there to hoof it away. Napoli have decided now is the time to make their final change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! That is absolutely glorious! Oh, that is a gem!
Unbelievable.
And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact.
Griezmann! Oh, the ball's come loose. And that will be the final act. Chievo did it. Terrific team effort to satisfy both the boss and the fans. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it was engaging, if not an edge-of-your-seat encounter, and important.
Soaking up the pre-match atmosphere here as we wait for things to get started. Won't be long now before we get through the formalities. A warm welcome, one and all. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
The action has already started. Shoots! Oh, good interception. Kurtic. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Kievo were imperious when the two sides last met. The fans are asking for more of the same. And it's Poloski. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Big chance! Must be! Cristiano, he's gone for it! They've scored! And it's Kievo who take the lead.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, he's just one shy of the leading goal scorer. Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That's not going to go down too well with his teammates. Oh, and look who's there doing the defending. Barry. So they got the only goal to give them a 1-0 lead. That's not going to make it. A real chance to break. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Marquinhos gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Griezmann gets it back. Goes wide. Now a chance to break. He's got away. Neymar has a swing at it. It's in. And already they're looking to run away with it. What about that, Jim Beglin?
It's a simple game. A striker's job is to find the space as often as possible, and he did exactly that.
Kievo get themselves a 2-goal cushion.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
Poloski, that's sprayed out wide. Forward it goes. Griezmann with the ball through. Hits one! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Oh, he really wanted that. Well, Pete. And that'll be the last act of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Kievo ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. Gets up to head it! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to. They're committing a lot of men forward at the start of this second half. They know that this is an important time for them now.
Jordi Alba goes looking, going through. Griezmann puts in a cross. Massive leap! They are rampant! And they are pulling clear here.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Ronaldo! Superb! Ruthless and relentless, utterly rampant.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Kievo tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless. Kroos tries to get it forward quickly. It's a brilliant interception. Barry. Paloski. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight. Has a pop! And that's past the post.
Kievo are looking quite mean on the counter, and combating that requires even more meanness.
It so nearly came off for him.
Yeah, and you can feel and hear how the crowd are reacting to all of this.
Borriello. Back to the keeper and try something new. He's left his man. Griezmann. Gets it into the middle. In with a header! And it wasn't a great header in the end. Oh, he really wanted that.
Yeah, he's been at the centre of a lot of things, hasn't he? Mostly good, I should add.
And it's Kurtic. Borriello. Kurtic. Little great challenge. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Barry! And that is quite wonderful! About as smooth as it gets!
Unbelievable.
Oh, that is a bit special. And that is that. Kievo enjoy their perfect day. For their victims, it is entirely imperfect. Comprehensive winners of a...